Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Bienvenidos. We're doing a makeup tutorial today and it's a full face of Fenty Beauty. Full besides eyebrows because we don't have an eyebrow product from Fenty Beauty just yet, but everything else that I use on my face is from Fenty Beauty, okay? I just pulled everything from my drawer that I have from Fenty Beauty and I used all of it in this video, and I created this like minimal summery makeup look with a bold orange lip, and I'm actually loving the way it looks. At first when I put on the lip color I was kind of like unsure, but then, I mean, you guys will see it in the video. I end up liking it. So if you guys want to see how I got this makeup look and how I recreated this using only products from Fenty Beauty, then just keep on watching. All right, let's get into this face. Obviously, my brows are done already because we don't have an eyebrow product from Fenty Beauty just yet. But everything else that I'm using is from there. I'm going to start with the primer, and this is the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, which is this one right here. I'm going to do like a pump and a half. This one is good. It's a good primer. It's not necessarily like a go-to for me, but it is a pretty good primer. It's supposed to be a matte primer. To me, it's like a little bit mattifying, but it's more so smoothing than anything. For foundation, of course, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation, and I have it. Oops, I got the wrong shade. Give me 1 second. I have my summer / tan shade, and then I have my shade for right now, which is 280. And I'm only using products from Fenty Beauty. I'm not necessarily using the tools and the brushes just because I don't have any of them. I used to have the sponge, but I don't have it anymore. So I'm just going to use like my Real Techniques. This foundation, I don't really have to even say much anymore because I've already done like a video. I've done a review on it. I've done videos featuring it. And if you guys have been watching for a while, you know that I love this foundation. You can apply it with a sponge. You can do it with a brush. Either way, you're going to get great coverage. And you're going to get like flawless looking skin. This is a go-to foundation for me. I know it's not going to fail me. I know it's going to last me all day long. And it's going to look good no matter how long I wear it. With this foundation, I personally like to use it with a hydrating primer. Just because this foundation is matte. It is matte. Not drying, but it's matte on the skin, which I have oily skin, so that's fine. But just the look, I like to do more of a hydrating primer beforehand. I did go out and get a new shade in my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. I don't even remember what shade I had before this, but I got the shade 230, and I'm hoping that it matches me. Because I was in there swatching and a lot of the shades look light, but then when I would go up a shade, it was way too, not way too deep, I'm like over exaggerating, but it was like a little bit too deep for a concealer. Like it was my exact skin tone, and I like to do a little bit of brightening, not too much. I'm hoping, I feel like this is going to be really light, but the next shade up was just, it wasn't working for me. So yeah, like I said, it's shade 230. This is the first time I'm even trying this shade. Yeah, see, I think that's so light, but it's better than the shade that I had before. The shade that I had before was a tiny bit darker than my skin tone. And then when I put the banana powder that I'm going to put on right now, it would make it a little bit even darker. So we'll just have to work with this one. This concealer does have nice coverage, and it's on the thicker side. Let me just blend this. I'm sure once I put the powder and stuff, it's not going to look this light. I can use a little bit of brightening. I usually do concealers that are like my skin tone, so I hardly have bright under eyes. But I like that look once in a while, so we'll just pretend that's the look I'm going for today. I kind of like the bright under eye look. And like I said, I'm going to set with my Banana Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. I was tempted to get this one in the lighter shade. I don't even know what it's called, but the shade below this, which is more of a translucent. But I wanted to see how it looked with the new concealer shade that I got. This powder, by the way, if you haven't tried it, try it. It is so nice on the skin. And the formula, it's very velvety. It's thin, lightweight. It doesn't feel like a thick powder at all, but it makes your makeup last all day long. And I do the powder mainly on my under eyes, as you can see. Let me get a little closer. Ugh. Mainly on my under eyes, and then I set my forehead. I don't bake. I just set my forehead and then my chin. The rest is fine because the foundation is already pretty matte, so I don't have to set my entire face with my eyelash with the powder. For my bronzer, I'm gonna use, what shade do I have? I think I have it right here. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Bajan Gal. Bajan Gal. Bajan Gal. Bajan Gal. Bajan Gal. That's the shade I have, and this is the Sunstalker Instant Warmth bronzer, one of the new bronzers that she came out with. And this shade right here is the perfect bronzy shade for my skin tone. I had bought the one below this one, I think, and it was too neutral for my liking. I like to bronze. I don't really contour or chisel my cheeks. I'm a bronzer girl. Most of you guys already know that. So this right here is a orangish warm shade. That's what I usually go for. And I'm just going to tap this is my go-to brush, my Morphe 527. And I like this bronzer because you can tap into it and you're not going to pick up too much bronzer. And I just buff it into my skin. Kind of messily. Not precise. Again, I'm not contouring. I'm just bronzing up my cheekbones. Usually, even though I bronze, I do get some definition though on my cheekbones. And it makes it look a lot more chiseled, even though I'm not trying to do that. And then we can't forget the forehead because we need to make this look as small as we possibly can. I have a pretty big forehead. It's the thought that counts, right? You can never put too much bronzer, but I think we're good for now. For highlighting, I'm going to use one I have not used yet. And it is the new Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo in Afternoon Snack. And Mo Honey? I thought it was Mo Money. Mo Honey. This is what it looks like, by the way. This color is calling my name. Oh my gosh. Yes. 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 It looks super just wet on the skin. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. It looks a little bit more icy than I was expecting it to. I thought it was going to be more gold. But it looks a little bit more on the icy side. I like my highlighters to be more gold, but this is not. It has some gold in there. Because on the pan, it looks straight up gold. But when you put it on, at least on my skin, it looks a little bit more icy. Now, I tried the, what's it called? Penny For You Thoughts Kilowatt Foil Freestyle Highlighter not a while ago. I just got it. But I tried it when I first got it, and I was kind of like, I'm not sure how I feel about it just yet because I was using it as a blush. Online, I think it says you can use it as a blush, an eyeshadow, a bronzer. I don't know. You can use it for like different parts of your face. And I use it as a blush, and it has shimmer in it. So putting it on top of something like this that already has glow, it can look a little bit much. So I'm going to just do a tiny bit of it on my cheeks as a blush, but I'm more so going to use this on my eyes. Why am I struggling to find my blush? Oh, right here, my blush brush. So I'm just gonna do a little bit because this is what it looks like. You can see it has a subtle shimmer to it, and it can look a little bit, like I said, much when you put highlighter. I probably shouldn't have done the highlighter, but I'm trying to use as many, Fenty things as I can. So I'm just going to top it on top of the bronzer and on top of the highlight just to mix it all together. You can see that added some warmth, some copper to my cheeks as opposed to this side. And a little bit goes a long way. You don't have to tap into it too much. Like I said, I'm going to do a little bit on my eyes just to add a flush of color, not doing too much. Y'all know how I do. Just going to take a fluffy brush and run it in my crease and on my lid a little bit. Ooh. Yes. I was gonna say as a blush. As a eyeshadow. It's actually coming up more matte as an eyeshadow, which is really weird. Adding some definition, some smokiness to the look so the eyes aren't just plain. See? Because normally I would just walk out the house with my eyes like this. And I wouldn't do much to them or anything at all. But adding that color. Okay. In the inner corner, I'm going to do some highlight. The only other Fenty item that I have is my lip color. I mentioned that I wanted to save this one because I was going to use this one in one of my recent videos in my gold glitter like summery makeup look. I was going to use this color, but I was like, let me hold off and save it for my full face Fenty Beauty. This is the Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle Plush Matte Lipstick in the color or in the shade Tiger Teeny. And when I swatched this in store, I was like, I need to take this home. First of all, these are so pigmented. All of the shades that they have are super pigmented. This is what the little packaging looks like. Do you see that pigment? It's a lot brighter and a lot more orange than I remember it when I swatched it. But we're going to keep it on and we're going to work with it. I'm going to go ahead and do my hair off camera, so we can see how the whole look kind of comes together. I was about to do my outro, but how could I forget? How could I forget the Fenty Beauty Body Lava? How can I forget? I have Who Needs Clothes. I've had this one since the first launch, the first time they came out, and then they discontinued them, and now they came out with them again. So I've had it since then, and I've been using it like crazy, and I know I'm gonna use it like crazy for the summertime. I don't have the brush for it, so I'm just using my little Eco Tools one, but it works just as good. And I'm just gonna rub this all over my body for a nice glow. And this is perfect for this look because this is a really summery bright look. See, look at my shoulder, looks all nice and moisturized, and it doesn't leave your skin sticky, which I like too, and it smells really good. And that's how I got my full face of Fenty Beauty. It's been a minute since the last time I did like a one brand slash full face of kind of makeup tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll have all the products linked down below in the description box for you guys to shop and check out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, los quiero mucho, and I will see you all in my next video.
Battery 100% connected to SMJ.
Yeah. Neo, get back, fresh out the shower. You touch yourself after hours.
I can't stop these tears from falling from my eyes. Ooh, baby. I can't believe they wanna see me lose that bad. They talking junk and they think these hoes mad trash. Then we ride, it's till the day to die.
Then shot back, pop. See the whip pulling up, it's like skirt. Dreams pulling up, I'm like skirt.
All my kisses and my love. Better in. All of them bitches, I'm better than. I'm giggling, can let the devil have the last laugh. I'm my own competition, I'm competing with myself. I keep on falling. Cause I fly, I'm flying high. Ain't got time to talk, just high and vibing. Sometimes I feel good. My whole world upside down.